Right. Hello, everyone. How are you? And let's see, Ben Adams and I are going to chat today about being anxious about coming out of lockdown and just how to cope with that. Because I know that it's been on my mind. Hey, Benny. Hey, so I was just kind of prefacing our topic today about anxiety about coming out of lockdown. But how are you doing?
Good, thanks. How
Good.
you been?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I'm excited about getting out of lockdown and teaching face to face again and seeing people and
Yeah.
but at the same time, I know I was thinking about it like, oh my God, like I just want to savor this last week of lockdown and just kind of like just having time, just more time with Dylan, having more time to just go to the beach when I want to, because I know once I get back into it, it's going to be full on and busy again. And it kind of stresses me out a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? And yeah, going
Well, I
from
know
like,
you're tell us.
yeah, I know. And it's funny because before lockdown, I was just like, oh my God, I need a break. I'm just so busy. And then lockdown happens. And then you're like, I'm in lockdown. I can't do anything. And now I'm like, okay, now just enjoy it. You have one more week before you get back into it. So I've just had a lot of time to kind of just reflect upon what I want and just intentions and just on how to weigh and deal with that anxiety and how to deal with getting back into like the swing of things into normal everyday life. I know it's kind of been something I've been thinking about. Yeah, and what about you, Ben?
Your anxiety when you start feeling a bit anxious. What do you do?
What do I
Are we
do?
live? Is this it? Are we
Yes, we're totally live. Yeah, we're so live, but no one's here. Hopefully hopefully they'll join in later, watch the recording. But yeah, how do I deal with anxiety? So I have to sit with it. Like I like to meditate and just sit with it, just accept it and figure out what is it that I'm anxious about? What's really the core root problem? Because, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's this or this or this. It's easy to say it's work or it's this or that. But now it's just really pinpointing what I'm anxious about and getting to the root core problem and just like dealing with it and like sometimes I'll write things down like what I can do so I'm not so anxious and what will make me feel more balanced. And so for what I've done for coming out of lockdown is I know like I of course want to start teaching, but I know there's going to be a lot of like I'll probably have more classes than before. So I've actually gotten rid of a class on hello, nice to see you. I've gotten rid of a class on Saturdays, just because I'm like I need to have that off because it's like I need to have 2 days off, not just one day. Because then a lot of times when on weekends anyways, I'm going away, I'm running yoga retreats and teacher trainings, I'm running teacher training, things like that. And I had to take Saturday off anyways. And then it just kind of messes up my whole weekend. And I only have one full day off. And I'm like, you know what? After this lockdown, I'm like, I think I need 2 days off, 2 full days just to recover and feel good. And occasionally I've been teaching my beach classes and I'll do those as well, like still teach those on a Saturday, but not as a regular gig. Just I don't want anything permanent. Hey, Sally. Hello. So just kind of that's what I've been thinking about is ways I can deal with it when I go back into it because I'm not really feeling anxious, but I just kind of like, okay, so this is what I need to address for when I get back. So I've done that. Yeah, but I'm pretty good. I don't say I get really anxious. One thing I'm getting kind of anxious about, though, I have to say, is waking up early in the morning.
Oh yeah, you're an early morning person.
I'm so not an early morning person. I'm just, hey, I've been loving this, like waking up, like not setting my alarm, waking up when I just get up, getting 8-9 hours of sleep. I'm like, which I love. So now I'm like, okay. Got to get used to setting that alarm, waking up early. So, yeah, it'll be fine, though. It'll be fine. But, yeah, I'm pretty good with dealing. I don't get anxious that often. But yeah, I've been thinking about that, going back and dealing with reality. And what about you, Ben? Any kind of issues for you?
If I start to feel myself getting anxious, I like to kind of sit with it and see whereabouts in my body it is, because sometimes that helps between myself and the anxious feeling, which straight away allows me to kind of calm down and see it from a perspective where it's perhaps not so attached to me. And I think putting that distance between myself and a bit of anxiety just instantly helps me calm down a bit. So then I like to sit with it, see where it fits in my body. Like sometimes I either get it up here if it's something that I think I need to say, or in my belly if it's like a bigger, more important kind of thing. Then I normally start to feel it in my belly a bit. So I sit with it, and similar to you said, I would normally try and write it down to get it out of my head, and then just come back into it a little bit and see what it is and what the root cause of it is. Like try and, because normally if there's something on the surface, sometimes there could be a bit more underneath it. Like, why am I anxious about getting back to normal reality? Is it because I'm going to see more people? And what does that bring with it? What's underlying? Do I worry about my borders or my boundaries, that sort of thing? And just try and get into a bit more of an understanding. And I think for that understanding, if you can do it in a slow way, helps you get to grips with it and maybe manage it a bit better.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, there's, I know, I think one of our friends is saying how it's going to be like, how is it going to be like interacting with people again and talking to people? And kind of thought about that too. Like,
yeah, I've had a bit of social exfoliation over COVID. It's been like real nice, and now I'm like, shit, is all that going to get undone? Like, because I know what I'm like. I get super excited and just go to all the things and then be like, oh my God, this is the best.
I know.
And this person's annoying, and then like all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if I can maintain those boundaries and do all of the things.
Exactly. It's a balance and boundaries as well. Yeah, because I'll get so excited, be like, yay, summer's coming on. I want to do this, and this, and see this person. But I know it's kind of stressful sometimes too. So I have to be like, no, put the boundaries up and just know what I'm capable of giving, I think, and feeling good. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at, because like I said, I've had a lot of time to think about it and just write about it. Like, okay, this is what I want my intentions are when we come out. And because I like I said, I know I'm going to be really busy, but I need to have that balance, or else I'll just feel like I was before lockdown. And
yeah, and that's the thing, right? So I feel like hopefully with a bit of COVID space, it's allowed everyone to kind of calm down, get themselves a bit more grounded and a bit more level. And I know COVID brings its own anxiety for a lot of people. There's a lot of unknowns,
100%.
financial pressures and stresses and all that sort of thing. But if you're fortunate enough, like we are, perhaps to just be able to deal with those things and then just float through that, then the flip side of it can bring its own anxiety-making sorts of things, right? So
Yeah.
Good just to be grounded, I guess, and know where you stand and know what's going on within you, and try and figure out why. Get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a big thing, is like finding the root problem, because like I said, a lot of times I can say it's this. I'm like, no, it maybe this is what it really is, to really dig deep and figure out what the root problem is. And I find out talking about it to people helps as well.
100%.
Like talking to other people about anxiety and like, why do I feel anxious? Because if it totally helps. Just talking to other people, and usually find that other people kind of feel the same way, or they understand at least, and they can empathize with you. So,
yeah. Definitely. Like, most of our problems are so relatable if you can only find a voice to share them, right? So having that sort of courage to do so, and having the right people like who will listen to you and kind of support you and let you know that you're not going mental or anything.
Yeah.
Even if you are, they'll be like, that's fine, let's do this.
yeah, exactly. I know. No, that's happened a few times. So I get some calls. I'm like, oh, it's so nice when, like, during COVID, someone actually calls me and be like, hey, I noticed maybe you seem kind of not yourself, and it's really nice. You're like, oh my God, thanks for checking in, Yeah. 'Cause sometimes it is hard to reach out to people.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Good people are the best.
They are. And I know sometimes it is hard for me to reach out and be like, oh, I need to talk to someone, but
Oh, bad.
no, sometimes it can be, because I know how I'm like, no, I can do it all by myself, but I know I can't. I know in reality it's good, and it helps to talk about it. And that's been a hard thing in COVID too, because usually like I'll go and see someone and catch up, and I like to talk and I like to chat. Like it was nice when we met up today this morning at the beach and just like chat. Like I like that, because in COVID it's like we're able to do that so much, and
Yeah.
and that's when I keep inside, and
Oh, Sally.
Ah.
You console you.
Is this Sally? Did I meet Sally? That Sally? No.
You met Sally. You met dinner with Sally.
Yeah, at Mama Son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Sally. Cute, thanks. I think I know her. Yeah. So it'll be, it's interesting. Like, yeah, because like you said, there was a whole dealing with being in lockdown, all the anxiety revolving around that. But now getting out of lockdown is a whole nother anxiety coming up. But yeah. But yeah, it's, yeah. But like I said, I've been kind of like the past, I'd say week or two, just been really thinking about journaling about like, okay, what I want when I come out. And it's been helping a lot. So I'm proud of myself. I did the first step and was like, no, I have to give up this regular Saturday class because I actually need that space. It was hard. It's hard to do, but because I really like that class too. I really, really like it. It's a great class, but I'm like, you know what? I've got to, need to honor myself. Self-love. Because I know what I need. So, yeah. I know. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, anything else you want to add on to that, Benny?
No, I think you covered all the good topics.
Yeah.
Writing it down, getting it out of your head.
Yeah.
Having a bit of space, having people to talk to, and knowing your limits, I guess. So, like, don't overdo it. Like, you don't have to go from 0 to 100 straight away. Like, ease back into it.
Yeah, 100%. I know, I think I did that last time we came out of lockdown. I think I just went gung-ho and actually injured myself. I went back to my pole dancing classes, which I really missed, and I can't wait to go back to pole dancing again. But that's what I injured myself last lockdown because I came out of lockdown like, wow, I want to get back into it, and I injured my shoulder, and then I was out of commission for like 6 months. I know. So I gotta remember that too, like, I know, exactly. When I go back to pole, just take it easy. I don't need to be do the hardest tricks. I need, ease into it. Yeah. So ease into it. I like that actually. I love when you come up with little things. You're like, oh, wait, I like that. Yeah, 100%. So I guess we'll wrap that up. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add? I think we covered the main points, and but like I said, just anything, I think just helps to sit down with it and acknowledge it, right? And notice what it is, the root problem, talk about it, reach out, and ways that you can deal with it, manage it, and yeah, 100% meditation, right? I know. There's thoughts. It always does. You know what? Actually, I sometimes try to get my son to meditate because sometimes I'll be like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh," and he's got all these crazy thoughts. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Or with how he thinks his friends don't like him or whatever. I'm like, "Dude," what are you talking about? He's like, "I think someone said this or they don't like me," and I'm like, "No." I know. I'm like, let's talk about this. Like, maybe you should talk to your friend and see if there's a problem. But but it always comes back to meditation, right? Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so I will, it was nice chatting to you, Benny, and thanks for listening, everyone. If you watched the recording, thank you. Anything that you want us to chat about, please let us know. I do a weekly podcast called Self-Love, and then I invite Benny on. He's like my special guest, and we do things. It's fun. We should do our own podcast, Ben. Yeah, we should. Yeah. Okay, well, let's brainstorm like what we can call our podcast, and we'll do that. Be fun. Okay.
See you later.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you later, Benny. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye, Sally. Bye. Thanks. Have a good night. Bye.